Hi, my name is Naneshwar Vaman. My Modoc ID is 33872677. So today I would like to talk about employee retention in healthcare. So the first thing we need to understand what is meant by retention, employee retention. So I'll elaborate about the first slide. Like this was a definition given by Precipitro in 2015. So he mentioned that the ability of retain any employee by the organizations, and it create some sustainability to keep that employee for a long term. It means the employee retention. But when we talk about healthcare is very complex. So in the complex situations, retaining any employee is more challenging. So that's what I would like to talk about in my further slides. So the first thing comes in mind, what is the benefit to the organization if any employee is retained? So retaining employee means retaining knowledge. So if we are retaining any employee, that means we are retaining knowledge as well. So this retention ultimately have the different type of benefits. So increasing turnover, it's automatically comes when your experience and knowledge is utilized for the organization benefit. uh, if the person is experienced, it's automatically it has a efficiency to make more turnover to the organization. So it's a continuous process, as I mentioned. So if any employee is retaining for a long term, so he continuously give the benefit to the organizations. Lastly, when any employee retained for a long term by the organization, it means the organization is supporting him and giving him a more benefits. So that's why he's satisfied and he stay there for a long term. So that has an impact on the new employees who are joining the company. So that's another benefit by the organizations. So the third in the third slide, I would like to mention that the four significant components for the retaining the employees. The first and very important is compensation. So in the current life, current time, salary and yearly income and insurance, and there are some retirement plans is always useful to retain any employee. Secondly is career development. If the person's is if organization is continuously giving training, promotions, and the new opportunities for the any employee, it also has a very good impact on the employment retention. The lastly, I mentioned that the environmental support and psychosocial supports, which are also very beneficial for the any employees to retain him on the long term uh, process. So the second one is the better career options. What are the challenges we have seen uh, during the retention of the employee? So if someone has a better opportunity than the organization's current organization, he always move there. Second, work-life balance. If your company is very far from his home or his native place, it always challenging for him to maintain the work-life balance. So just work on that by strategically and creating something which is beneficial for, like, he can work from home for 1 or 2 days. He can come to the office. So that type of strategy will be useful for the any employee. The third one is better lifestyle and the rising oblivion. For any, those employees are working in a rural area, they always think that going to the urban area for the better lifestyle. So creating the suitable model for rural as well as for urban is always useful. The recommendation which I mentioned in my earlier study, that the career ladder is very important part. Second is Herzberg theory, and the last one is bottom up approach. So in the career ladder, if we are giving continuous opportunity to the persons to grow comprehensively, like is financially, mentally, physically, socially. So this type of environment is always like good to retain any employee. In the Herzberg theory also he mentioned that how the career options and how the coworker can help the other employee to grow. So this type of strategy also useful to retain any employee. The last and not least, the bottom up approach. So in the bottom up strategy, uh, it's really useful in a community health level, because by just like talking to the community workers, understanding their challenges and just try to give solution uh, immediately is always useful on the ground level. But when it comes to the urban level, the top to bottom approach is also very useful, because the leaders and managers who can handle the situation in a much better way, like by providing training, support, psychosocial support, and family, like financial support. So the lastly, as Forbes said, that around 79% of the people and employees are giving resignation not just because of finance, but because of recognition. So everyone should contemplate on this issue and bring some positive changes. So that's a very important component. Thank you so much.